How's it going? I am taking a little walk, trying some things out, trying to see if this is even going to work. Using a different camera, no image stabilization, but it might be okay. Let me see if I can adjust down, get the shutter speed a little bit lower. Might be better. I'm not entirely sure. You know, one of the hardest things for me during all this was trying to find a way to enjoy some things, just to be able to do some things, and even just walking around, just kind of exploring is a way to break the cycle on this, is a way to try to get you out of just stuck feeling like you're trapped. You know, it's hard to believe that when I was over here the other day that the wind was just out of control and this place was just a complete mess. So I don't know if how well this is going to work with the lighting. Got some kids screaming on the other side. Other than that, it's kind of peaceful. You know, I've been contemplating on where I want to take the channel, what I want to do, how I want things to go going forward. I want to do some more interesting things. I don't want it to be the same talking head stuff all the time. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to pull that off because, you know, schedule, time, work, the fact I can't record at work for the most part, makes it really complicated, makes it really difficult. So definitely would like to know what you think, just your opinion. I mean, I know there's definitely value in the talking head stuff and covering certain topics, but I don't know, you know, it's a tough one. So God, it's nice out here. You know, it's weird because this town, and I'll have to show you some extra parts of it, is really desolate. There's not a lot of green. This is like the one little area that's green. Everything else is a little deserty. I'll have to make a point to go through some of that as well. So, love this time of year. It is nice and cool. Not super cool, but not hot. Normally it's like super hot out here. So you can kind of see the old abandoned hotel in the background. Let's see if I can frame that right. You can see it right here. Kind of creepy looking, to be perfectly honest, but you get used to it after a while. You know, one of the things that's kind of weird is once you let go of your toxic ex, there's always those residual feelings about, you know, what you thought it was whenever you were perceiving things in a different way, whenever they were doing things that were really manipulative, but you thought that they were good. And it makes it super tough because, in the early part of this, whenever I was struggling with it, those things would drive me crazy because I'm like, well, what the hell's going on? What's the reality? Because I had to be wrong. This can't be the way it is. It's got to be different. And then as you progress on, you realize it was all just manipulation and, just to get their way, just to get what they were looking for. And it makes it really tough because you want, at least I did for the longest time, I wanted the illusion to be true. I wanted that person to love me. I wanted that illusion of a family and kids and a house and all those different things. And part of the reason that I was going crazy through majority of this is because I knew deep down that something wasn't right. It didn't feel right. I was trying to rationalize it. I was trying to make sense of it, but it just fundamentally something seemed off. And giving up on that illusion, giving up on that facade is really, really hard. And then you add in them, if they love bomb or if they try to do anything else or they try to victim shame you or move or flip things around, it makes it really tough because you don't want to believe it. You don't want to believe it's real. But I'll tell you one thing though, living an illusion is a hell of a lot harder than living in reality. And although reality can be painful sometimes because it feels like someone's just ripped your heart out, it's better than living a fantasy. At least that's my opinion. What do you guys think? Does that make sense to you? Or do some of you miss? Do you miss that illusion? Do you miss that fantasy and you want it back? You want to be kind of like Cypher in the Matrix where you just forget this, plug me back in, erase my memory. I don't want to know what's real. I don't want to know. Just put me back in and let me live my fantasy.
I don't want to remember nothing. Nothing. You understand?
I think most of the time, a lot of us want that. It seems like it would be easier. It seems like it would just make things simpler if we were in that illusion. If we didn't know. God, it's tough. It is so tough. I mean, I can think back whenever all this stuff was happening and all I wanted, so I just wanted the fantasy to be real. I didn't want the reality that I was seeing now to be real. I definitely didn't want that. But you know what? After 20 years or 2 decades of not having true, genuine love, always feeling like I gotta figure out how to navigate this. Always feeling like I was just missing something, not good enough, not adequate enough, all those type of things. It just gets old. Embrace the reality, guys. Embrace learning about what all this crap is, getting your life back, and not being under that damn spell anymore.